Right, that's all fine now. Ready when you are.
Right, so I'm going to take a cutting off this salvia today. The reason I'm doing it now is because we want the plant to bush out. If you cut away the top part of the plant just above a leaf node, like that, what that does, it encourages these shoots here to grow, and the ones lower down, so you get a much bushier plant. A lot of people call it the Chelsea chop because you do it in May when Chelsea flower show is normally on. And you can do it with several of the herbaceous border plants, and it just makes them bushier, and it helps them to flower later. If you want to spread out your flowering period for the plant, don't cut all the top shoots back. Maybe just do half, because then these longer ones, they'll flower earlier, and these later ones will come after these are finished, and they'll flower and give you a much longer period of colour in your garden. So once you've got your cutting, what you want to do, if you're not going to get it into compost straight away, is just pop it in a plastic bag. You can spray it, mist it with water if you want as well, that'll just keep it fresh. But it'll only last for 20 minutes maybe before it starts to wilt. The idea is you get it into compost as soon as possible. So what we need to do is cut off the bottom leaves, use as sharp a knife as possible, and keep your fingers out of the way. So both sides, and we'll also take these top ones out as well. So again, nice and sharp, straight out like that. What you do then is, where that leaf node is there, you want to cut close up below it, nice and clean. And that leaves you with a nice little cutting like that. What we do then is, using the rooting gel, just pop it in. All you need is a slight amount on the end, and you can actually tap some of that off. So it doesn't need to be absolutely wet through, just needs to be moist. And then with a little stick or a dibber, pop down the side of your pot, place your cutting in up to the edge, and then just firm it in. Don't be tempted to leave a lot of the leaves on, because they take strength out of the plant, and you want all the strength to grow into the tip. But that's where it's like a little ball of energy, that. So that's where your roots will come from, the bottom side of it. So it's just a matter of cutting that off there, as close up as you can, but not into the node itself. And the reason you use the dibber is because it's quite tender material. You could break it, you could snap it or bruise it as you're pushing it in. So you're better off using your dibber, and that way you're not going to damage it. And then as soon as you've got them in and you're happy with where they're positioned, you need to give them a bit of a water. So once we've got the cuttings watered and bedded into the pot, what we need to do is to preserve the moisture around them. So we cover them with a plastic bag, just a clear plastic bag. And you can either fasten it on with an elastic band, or if it's big enough, just fold it under them and your plants will sit in it. Once it's in that bag, what you need to do is put it in a light place, but not in direct sunlight. It needs a little bit of warmth, but not too hot. And just check that every 2, 3, maybe 4 days. Just make sure you open it up and have a look at them. Make sure they're not going mouldy or anything, just to get the air back in there. And then within 2 to 3 weeks, there should be signs of roots forming. And within about 4 weeks, you should be able to knock them out and plant them on.
Brilliant.
All right. Well, that one's got a real good root system.
Yeah, it's good that. I'm impressed with that.
It's good.
Brilliant.
3 free plants from stuff you would have just thrown in your compost.
Yeah.